Knock, knock. Who's there? The XT250 from Yamaha. Yeah, we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it on the Rant and Ride.
Look what happened. I woke up in a big old pile of money.
Hey, all you KTM guys, come on. I'm Team Warren. Don't think I'm coming down on the I, on the other hand, and you on the other hand, and a lot of people on the other hand. So why don't we have a 450? As a competitor, do a lot of body. But here's my thinking. Hey guys, we're back. Joe here, 690ADV, 690 Garage, 690ADV.com. Last week, top 3 bikes. Talked about it. What were the 3 bikes? The number 1 that I put on there for new riders. You got it, man. The XT250 from Yamaha. I got my hands on one. Just so happens, Bonnie from Storymoto ADV. They're on YouTube. Check them out. Very, very cool. You'll see on screen. This is her bike. And she's going to be riding this and taking this wherever they go on their trip and everything. But there's nothing better than real data on bikes, actually riding it. You know, people talk about bikes all the time, but do they actually truly ride those bikes? They give their info from specifications. And guess what? Specs are great, but they are not as good as getting on the bike and riding it. Couple of mods on this bike. Bark busters, kind of like those. Don't like these mirrors here. They took them off. They're actually going to go with the ram-mounted ones like I have on my my KTM. It does have the seat concepts. You guys know I love seat concepts. They make great seats. They're so nice, and they're super, super comfortable. You know, ram mount balls. They got all the type of stuff. But really, this bike is kind of a... It's what I'm looking for. It's a no-frills bike. There's no flash to it whatsoever. It just kind of is what it is. I call it the little dual sport that can. And this bike can, man. Check it out. It's got a 21-inch front tire. It's got an 18-inch rear tire. Lots of aftermarket parts you can get on this bike. You know, these are aftermarket for sure, but I do like those pegs because they're a dirt bike type peg. But what do you not see? What do you not see in there? Yeah, no radiator. It's air cooled, man, like a dirt bike. That's really pretty cool. So as long as you're riding, this bike's going to do really, really kind of cool, and it's never going to really overheat too much as long as you're not just really too crazy. But the motor is not just insanely set up to where it's going to get super, super hot. Guess what? Lots of ground clearance. Did you see the clearance on this thing? Look at this thing. I like the skid plate, the aluminum skid plate. Look at that. Believe it or not, I know that doesn't seem like much, but that is 11.2 inches of clearance underneath that bike. That's better than a 690. 90, guys. 690 KTM. Yeah. Very cool. Kind of fun. Let's go ride it. Let's talk about it. Let's see how it feels. We're riding it. I've only ridden it a couple of times, just kind of up and down and around. But I want to give you what I'm feeling because they're claiming, now this is what they're claiming, 19 horsepower. I don't know if I buy that. It's pretty zippy, man. Pretty zippy. I'm 5'11", okay? So I'm going to saddle. I mean, I can literally just throw a leg over this thing. It's like sitting in a chair. 11 inches of clearance, and my knees are bent. Look, they're bent. They are bent. This is perfect for new riders, girls, guys. You don't even have to lower the thing. You don't have to do anything. It's pretty much ready to go right out of the gate. And it's got just enough horsepower. And guess what? It's fuel injected. All right, make sure there's no freaky, crazy people coming. First gear. But it does. It's kind of peppy, man. It's really pretty cool. And it's really, really responsive. Very responsive in the front end. Let you hear the motor just a little bit. But yeah, it is a fun little zippy bike. And pretty cool dude. Give me the old 2 fingers. I guarantee you he rides. But yeah, it's a really zippy little bike. And It's not underpowered. I think it's got plenty of power. There are guys that basically ride these things all over, literally all over the country. You can pack them down like a mule, man. You can adjust the suspensions on them if you want to. They weigh 200. Get this, 290. I think it's going to be on screen. You know, I'm going to put the data up there. I think it's like 292 pounds. 292? Are you kidding me? Back brake, not bad, not bad, not bad. Front brake, pretty responsive. It's a nice peppy little bike. You know, that was 30 miles an hour. It leans real good. I mean, you can lean into those turns. And it's definitely it's very agile. And turning radius, I am not even kidding with you. The turning radius on this bike is ridiculous. I mean, it can almost turn around in a single lane. No kidding. And that's really nice. But the real nice thing is its height. It's got lots of clearance if you want to go off-road. Like I said, 11 inches. It's like 11.2, I think is what they actually say it is. And I want to say it's got 3 gallons of gas in this thing. And now, I don't know. I'm going to try to get the info. I have looked before. I couldn't really get good data. If you know the data on the XT250 or what it is, I'm hearing like 85 miles to the gallon. And are you kidding me? That's over 200 range for this guy. That's really pretty cool. But for all you girls out there on this XT250, I'm telling you right now, it's a dream. Matter of fact, my wife has been eyeballing this bike, and I think we're going to end up having to go get one for her. But anyway, pretty peppy, pretty fun. And like I said, 200-some pounds, you can pick this thing up with one hand. And I kind of want to do it. It's not my bike. I want to go lay it down and pick it up with one hand and show you guys how light this thing is. But it's not my bike, so I'm probably not going to do that. But yeah, it's, you know, I haven't had it on the highway, so I don't want to sit there and make, you know, assumptions. You know, I don't do that. I'm real big about, you know, actual real factual data. I don't like to talk about stuff. You know, I actually ride and I get out and I do big adventures. Okay, I go out, I get lost, I do the business. And but I mean, overall, and it's really smooth. The handlebars are nice. They're almost dirt bikey. They're not perfect, but they're really not that bad. They're spaced really decent. I tell you what I don't like. I kind of don't like the old school blinkers, these big giant hubba-hubbas in the front, you know, and in the rear. I mean, I think they could have went a little more modern with that, maybe with some LEDs. And the headlight, it's glass, guys. It is literally a bulb insert that goes inside, and it's very, very old school. It's almost like KLR old school, like an old 90 whatever KLR, and it's glass. Okay, it is glass. So, but I think that you could probably definitely get an aftermarket and go LED or something. And I bet you if you do enough research, and if I could find something, I'll put it up. I'll put it in the comment section, and we will see if there is something out there that maybe you could change that front end up just a little bit to kind of modernize this bike a little bit if you're thinking about getting this bike. Not too expensive. It's like $5,000 and change. It's going to be up on screen. I'm going to put it up there for you guys. But this is definitely a new rider, and I tell you what, I've been riding a long time, and I like it. I can see myself having one and just kind of toting it behind the Jeep, and just toting it and just, you know, zipping off down a trail or something. Because I mean, I'm telling you, man, in like Colorado or any of those places, this would be a fun bike, man, because you could strap maybe a gallon of gas on the back, a backpack, and I think you could really get in it with this bike because it is so light, and there's not much to it, and it just, I don't know. I'm gonna kind of open it up a little bit just to see. 40. 50. I mean, I don't know what kind of, it does get a little front end wobble around 55, but I mean, you could get a stabilizer or something for that and definitely get rid of that. So I'm saying probably this is definitely going to be like a 65 mile an hour bike. You're not going to want to sit there and try to cruise 70, but I do know they've had this bike up to 75 miles an hour and cruising on it. I probably wouldn't do it, but it will do it. It will do it. So I'm kind of calling BS on the 19 horsepower that I've been told. I'm going to try to get some actual real factual research on that for you guys and find out what it's got. But definitely girls, new riders, guys, girls that are in their teens that just got their driver's license or anything like that want to ride, local commuting, ride to school or something like that. This is really a fantastic little bike that will do all of that. And you can also, man, you can do light adventures on this bike. I know, good, research it. Just go research it. It's out there. Guys, do it. And they do them on the CRF 250s. They do it on any bike. Remember, it's all mindset and what you can or cannot do on any bike and do an adventure. You'll hear it from everybody. You can't this. You can't that. No, that bike ain't this. No, that bike ain't that. Here's the deal. You can do anything you want on any bike if you're willing to put your mind around it. All right? So don't listen to anybody. Believe only what you can see, touch, and feel. And and do your research. Remember, knowledge is king, man. Knowledge is king. So, like I said, if you like what you hear, you like the things that I'm talking about, if you would, right over there, if you click that subscribe button, click the bell, and that'll get you updated with everything that we're doing. We've got a lot of videos we've been working on, and we got a lot of stuff. Remember, the channel is not about me. It's about you and you and you and you. That's what it's about. And if you have comments to put in there and things that you want to know, tell me about it. I'll dig into it. And the cool thing is we've got experienced subscribers that are chiming in all the time because they're super knowledgeable and they're giving great info, and they can help too. If you go research, they can. They will put it in there and do it whatever. But like I said, if you haven't subscribed, we appreciate you. All of our subscribers have done just fantastic work and have just been super, super nice and helping out. And like I said, the channel's growing. And but the XT250 from Yamaha, what a cool bike, man. What a cool bike. And like I said, the turning radius, you know what? You need to go test one for yourself. Go to Yamaha. I bet you they have one that you can go test drive and ride it. What a fun little bike. The little dual sport that could, or can, whatever you want to say. I really like it. It's kind of cool. Like I said, new riders, experienced riders. This would just be a fantastic bike to put in your arsenal. I don't think you can go wrong with this, and especially if you could pick one up cheap, like on Craigslist or something like that. I think they picked this one up for like $3,000. What a deal. Anyway, my name's Joe. 690ADV, 690 Garage, 690ADV.com. Go to our website, fill out the form, get your free stickers. I appreciate your time because I do know that it is precious, and if you're taking the time to watch my videos, it's a big deal to me, and I thank you so much. Leave comments below, and you guys have a great day. Thanks. 690 out.